everyone, so I've just got back from the gym, which is why I'm a little bit clammy and a little bit frizzy looking, but whilst I was in the gym I've been thinking, I often get asked how I stay motivated, so I thought I would do a little video on my top tips on how to stay motivated when you're feeling a little bit tired, when you're short on time, just if you're just not feeling it really, because motivation, it's a fickle thing, it comes and goes, it's not always there. I know a lot of the times we look at people on Instagram and they're just ripped 24/7, you know, they just look like they're constantly motivated and they're constantly dedicated, which isn't always the case. And I just wanted to share a few things that you can do to actually proactively get yourself moving and to stay on track. So I often get asked how I stay motivated because I'm a mental health nurse, so I work 12-hour shifts. On top of that, I do bank shifts as well, so I spend a lot of my time working and then in bed as a result. I'm also studying, I'm also trying to run my own business, or at least launch it very, very soon. And also just have a life as well, you know, you're entitled to have a life. So my top tips are as follows. So tip number 1 is to schedule your workouts, and by that I mean choose how many days you can work out and then choose which days you're going to work out on. I work out between an hour and 2 hours depending on how much time I have in that day, but they don't last any longer than 2 hours. The 2 hours is only that long because sometimes I spend a little bit longer on my warming up and cooling down if I need to spend some time like foam rolling if I'm particularly stiff or sore that day. And obviously I always schedule in a little bit of time to have a good old natter because there's always someone that wants to come and talk to you when I'm in the gym. So choose the days that you're going to work out and schedule them in. Make sure you've got a plan that you know you're going to do, whether a personal trainer's done one for you, whether you've paid for one, whether you've wrote it yourself. Just make sure you've got a plan so you know you're doing what you're doing on what days, otherwise you'll never stick to it. And then write it down, whether it's on paper, on your phone, on your iPhone calendar. Make sure that you're actually putting it in a schedule. Now I've actually started scheduling my days, so I'll even write down when I'm eating, when I'm studying, when I've got to iron my clothes for work, and then I actually slot my workouts in to fit in, so I know that on the days that I'm free, I know I'm not going to procrastinate and skip my workout. So that's tip 1, is schedule your workout. That leads me on to tip 2, which is set an alarm. So if you've chosen to work out in the morning, set an alarm that gets you up and out of bed. Even if you've chosen to work out during the day or in the evening, set an alarm so that if you are busy and you're doing things and you're pottering around or you've got jobs to do, you set an alarm to remind you to go and work out, because otherwise you might get sort of distracted and you might not go, and then before you know it you've taught yourself out of working. So tip 2 is set an alarm. So tip 3 is to get your gym kit ready. Choose the outfit that you're going to wear and leave it somewhere, whether even if it's just in your drawer that's easy and accessible, on your bed, on the chair by the side, just somewhere that in the morning when you get up you can get ready and get into your gym kit. Because I find even if I'm not working out straight away, if I put my gym kit on, I'm more likely to go to the gym because I'm ready to go. Otherwise, if you're working or you've got things to do during the day, get your gym kit ready in your gym bag, so that you can take it with you and you don't have to think about it, and it's one less thing to think about, and you're more likely to go. So that's tip 3, get your gym kit ready. So tip number 4 is to track your progress. Now I think this is a really important step in maintaining motivation, because progress is often slow but steady, and it's actually the best way because you are more likely to maintain any results that you make from your training. So I do this by taking progress photos. Photos are amazing because it stops you from getting disheartened, spit my words out, because we often don't see what other people see. So actually having them in a photo that you can compare with week by week or fortnightly that is one of the best ways, rather than jumping on the scales. Which leads on to body measurements. Often inches drop before the number on the scales drops, so take body measurements on your bust, waist and your hips. You can even do your arms and your legs as well if that's something that you want to track, but that's also, I'd say that's better than jumping on the scales. Again, see how your clothes fit. So because you're going to be losing inches and the number on the scales might not be dropping, look at how your clothes fit in. Are they baggier? Are they fitting you better? Do you look better? Do you feel better in them? And also look at your mood. Is your mood better? Are you sleeping better? Do you have more energy? It's also a good way of tracking your progress. And last but not least, make sure you're tracking your training. So I keep a diary of, again, when I'm training, what I'm training, so I don't repeat things. I'm more likely to do my workouts if I'm tracking what training plan I've done that day. And also it makes sure that you're progressing in the weights. So even if you're just doing like small increments, or if, like, say you're running, you do a little, like 30 seconds extra, a minute extra, write down what you've done that day, and then you can improve on it week by week. So that's tip number 4, track your progress. Tip number 5 is to make yourself accountable. Now, whether that is hiring a personal trainer, so you turn up every week, or have someone that you can check in with every week online, whether it's posting on social media. That's when I started my Instagram, was to make myself accountable. So I was posting every time I did a workout, every time I made a healthy meal, anytime that I did something, I would post on there. And also just to support others as well. I think it's a really, really good way of staying motivated, because then if you're engaging and interacting with other people, that's going to give you more motivation too. You could even like write a blog, just something that's getting your story and your journey out there, to get you more motivated. It really, really does work. And again, if you're accountable, you're more likely to do it because you have to answer to somebody. So that's tip number 5, make yourself accountable. So tip number 6 is to just keep moving. So you're going to have days when you don't feel motivated, and that's fine. You're only human. Don't be fooled by people on Instagram and other social media platforms that look like they train day in, day out, because I can guarantee most of them don't. And most of them, even if they do train loads, they are not going to be motivated every single day. It comes and goes. So don't worry if you're not feeling motivated. But it's really important to keep moving. So first of all, tell yourself that you'll never ever regret a workout. You'll only regret the ones that you didn't do. So try and get to the gym, or whatever it is that you do as exercise, do it. Now, if you really, really can't make it to the gym, do something else. So often when I've been working and I'm really tired, and I actually think going to the gym would hinder my progress because of recovery and things like that, I'll work out at home. So I'll do a 12-minute Tabata workout because it's high intensity and I'm getting the best in such a short period of time, and it's doing something which is better than nothing. Or go for a walk, go for a bike ride. If you want to go out with your friends and do something social at the same time, go and do that, do a class, whatever it is, just keep moving, because you're going to just feel better after you've done something. It's going to keep them endorphins coming, and you'll always feel awesome after you've done it. So you'll never ever regret a workout. So that's tip number 6, just keep moving. And last but not least is tip number 7, which is treat yourself. Now, I really don't mean go to McDonald's and have a Big Mac meal after your workout because that's your reward. Choose something sensible, something healthy, something that's going to keep you on track with your progress. So for me, I'll choose a protein bar. So I am obsessed with the Grenade protein bars. I won't have one if I don't work out. I'll have one immediately after workout, and it's something that I look forward to. I know I'm sad. But yeah, that's my little treat. You could treat yourself to an episode of your favourite Netflix series. Treat yourself to like a massage, or even a top from Primark, whatever it is, something that's sensible but it's something that you can reward yourself with once you've had a workout. And also rewarding yourself by just telling yourself well done. Like, be grateful, be thankful, and just be kind to yourself and reward yourself for actually working out. So that's tip number 7, reward yourself. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. I genuinely, hand on heart, believe they work. I'll tell anyone to do them. I do them myself. There are days when I don't feel motivated and I have up days, I have down days, and I have to work incredibly hard on some of the down days to make myself get up and go. So I do 100% believe they work. And I hope that if you are feeling unmotivated that you try some of these, if not all of them, because I promise they'll work for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check me out on YouTube and on Instagram at DanniFitChick. Thanks, bye.